Yeah. All right, let's go again. That was not a malfunction on CZ. No. How's it going, everybody? AJ here from Atmosphere Tactics and Gear, coming at you with another video on something I'm really excited to get into and bring in to your view here. But before I get into detail, if any of you are new here, if you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give it a like, I'd really appreciate it. I am a growing channel, trying to bring you guys content as I build this channel. Recently new, and really giving it my best effort when I have time. Being a father and owning a business on the side, I have a tree service. Primarily, I'm an arborist. But I want to do this YouTube thing for you guys because this is what I'm passionate about. So if you guys are new, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and all the support really helps into building and growing this channel. So furthermore, the purpose of this is I wanted to introduce a firearm that I think doesn't really get a lot of attention. I think it's kind of more so off in the distance to new gun owners, and I really think that this should be considered. But before I get into that, short story for you. So I was approved for a credit card, and I've been working on building my credit and reestablishing a good credit. So that was a big move there. And because I needed to put something on the card to start using that credit card as a tool to build my credit, I needed to spend something, you know. And of course, I went out and bought a gun. And that was what I'm about to show you, actually. But when I was looking around and browsing around for what to buy, I was looking for a carry gun. And kind of had a few ideas. I was kind of thinking about getting a SIG 365, because I know that those are very popular. They've been the #1 sale in the past 3 to 5 years now. SIG has just been releasing a mass array of them. And for those of you who don't know or are not familiar with SIG or the 365 model, it is a compact 9mm that innovatively has created a decent capacity for that platform. And it's super user friendly, and there's a wide variety of aftermarket support available for it. Also, quick note on the side here, I'm just looking at my hands. I'm wearing a glove on my left hand because I've got some bad salt burn and kind of like a eczema thing going on. So the dermatologist said to moisturize it and keep the moisture trapped in with a glove. So that's what I'm doing, in case you're wondering. Anyways, back to the video. So upon looking around, you know, I know that there's obviously a wide variety and a popular demand for striker fire polymer frame stuff. A lot of people carry them, you know, and they're dependable depending on what model you go with. You know, the biggest, most popular, I should say, would have to be Glock and Smith & Wesson. The M&P series and the M&P 2.0s, the Shields, and then the Glock 19, the Glock 43, and now the 43X and the 48s, even the 42 for a 380 are all very popular handguns to carry and conceal. And I have nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, if you would have asked me, you know, 3 years ago, I would have said Glock is the #1 choice. I mean, they strongly market that, you know, Glock is perfection. I mean, it definitely is a very iconic, tried and true firearm that offers dependability, reliability, easy to use, user friendly for new gun owners, and probably the biggest aftermarket support worldwide. I mean, besides that and a 1911, those are the two pistols, the two handguns that have the most aftermarket support in the world. Aside from, of course, AR-15s, but that's a long gun, so that's, a rifle. Anyways, I didn't want to go with the Glock, and I didn't really want to go striker fire. I kind of was leaning towards originally a H&K P30, or H&K released the P2000, which is basically a compact version of their notorious USP. Now the P2000 has a higher value. So I started looking into CZ because I knew a friend that recently just got a P10C, and he's been super happy with it. Now that's a striker fire, very comparable to the Glock 19 in size and weight and all that other jazz. But I currently have a CZ Shadow 2, and I love it. It's probably my most prized possession handgun that I own. It shoots amazing, and I have zero complaints on reliability and, for what it is, for what you're getting for your price. So because of that, I started kind of looking into CZ. Now, I was looking at a few different models, and I came across this guy right here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop the magazine and check, make sure that we're all unloaded, safety check there, which we are. So this right here is a CZ P07. Now, when I first held this thing, I was in complete, disbelief. I mean, it's about the size of a Glock 19, and it has way better ergonomics, if you ask me. Not only in the grip texturing, but also in all the controls. And this thing has, CZ is notorious for their lower bore access. Their slide rails run internally. So unlike a lot of other guns out there, polymer frame stuff, or even, steel frame stuff, CZ has that design that helps for follow-up shots and muzzle rise when you are, when you're shooting it. This significantly reduces muzzle rise. Even on my Shadow 2, it's the same thing. Now, I haven't even shot this thing yet because I haven't been able to get out to the range and throw some lead down, but just by holding it, I've been tinkering around with it the past day or so now. Put the flashlight on there, got the TLR1 Streamlight on there, which, I'll get into more of that later. But this thing is just unbelievable, and I don't know why more people don't consider this. Like I said, I really feel like, especially for new gun owners, everyone just gravitates right towards the MMPs by Smith & Wesson or Glocks. Or now, in today's day, now they really gravitate towards the SIG 365, and that's okay. But for the same price point, I mean, I got this guy for around $550. It falls in the same price point as all those other guns, and it's just an overall, it's a better gun. It's a better feel. It's not too much. It's not too little. This is literally a do-all handgun. I mean, you can use this for anything. And if you're on a budget and you're looking for a multifunctional, multi-purpose handgun, and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, I gotta really hand it to CZ on this one. This is the one. I really feel like I think that this is the kingpin of carry. I mean, you can conceal this. You can use it for duty. You can use it for a truck gun. You can use it for a home defense gun, a nightstand gun. You can probably even use it for competition too, to be realistically honest with you. I mean, this thing is incredible. And like I said, I haven't even shot it yet. But out of the box, you get the two magazines. Now, you get two 15-round magazines. Same capacity as the Glock 19. I've heard other models actually include two 17-round magazines with base plates at the bottom of them. Mine didn't, but that's okay. But it's got ambidextrous decocking system on each side. So these decocking levers, when you go and rack one in the chamber, you can decock on either side here and drop that hammer, and then you can safely carry with a longer trigger pull. And actually, CZ includes just a regular safety if you want to go that route and go that measure instead of running the decocker. You can interchange that out. But single action, double action guns, I personally almost prefer them. There's nothing wrong with a striker fire platform, but single action, double action, there's a reason that competition shooters choose single action, double action pistols. You're not gonna get a trigger pull and a reset out of a striker fire pistol the same way you'll get one out of a single action, double action. You just won't. Not even if you do aftermarket triggers and all that other jazz. Believe me, I have actually my Glock 19 and another one of my striker fire handguns. I have a really good ZevTech trigger. I have with damn near 3.5 pound pull and a short reset on it, but it's not comparable to something like this. And this is stock. This is a $550 out of the box stock gun. And there's a decent amount of support for it. I've been kind of browsing around on the internet to see what's available. Not as much as a Glock, not as much as a Smith & Wesson. I will say there's not as much available, but you can still find custom shops who will do, optics cuts for you, or, deeper grooves into the top of the slide, or, if you want to do, more slide work to it, or sights. There's a decent amount of sights available for it. Barrels are a little harder to find. Holsters, it's half and half depending where you look. I usually go with T-Rex Arms holsters or Tier 1 concealed. I've heard really good things about Legacy holsters as well, for concealed carry. But, there's, lo and behold, there's a decent amount. For you not to get into it, I mean, I could understand if there wasn't anything else available and if this was like a brand new platform. This guy has been out for, apparently from my research, he's been out for, about 5 years now. And CZ released the P07, it's a polymer frame. And then they have the P01, which is basically the same thing as the P07, except it is a all steel gun, steel slide, steel frame, which is a little heavier. And if you're going to be concealing it and carrying it on you every day, wouldn't exactly recommend going that route. Plus, it's about another $200 more than this guy. But this is basically the same exact gun as the P10C, which is getting super famous right now. That gun is just blowing up to those who have already owned Glocks and already owned Smith & Wesson MMPs, and now they're changing it up. They're trying more innovative designs. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with Smith & Wesson and Glock at all. I'm not trying to hate on them. As a matter of fact, I own plenty of handguns by both manufacturers. However, I just think that, it took Glock, their Gen 5 release, to finally get up with the times of doing forward slide serrations. That's a huge thing now. A lot of people like it, for mitigating the slide up top here, like so. If you don't want to rack it from the back, you can rack it up top. Just something to grab onto up there. Which brings me to my next point about this thing. You can see that the design of this gun is flawless. It's square in the back here, but like I said, it's that really, really low profile slide, but then it almost tapers to this edge where it's very narrow and it's rounded off in the front. So it tapers to those front slide serrations, and this thing it just looks awesome. It just looks incredible. It like reminds me of like an H&K meets a Sig Sauer meets a, man, I don't even know what, maybe a Glock. I don't know. It's just, this thing is probably my new favorite handgun for carry, at least. I can't think of or find anything else that would be better on terms of all variables involved. Price point, design, ergonomics, accessories, user-friendly, shootability, performance, reliability. I might have said that one, but I can't come to terms with finding anything else that would trump this, that would be better than this. This thing is awesome, and I cannot wait to get out to the range and actually see how it shoots. I've seen plenty of videos on YouTube before I purchase anything or invest my money into anything, not only in firearms but anything in general. I always do my research, which I highly encourage you to consider as well. But from my research on YouTube, I've seen plenty of people who are basically saying the same exact thing that I am right now. It's just an undeniable better option all the way around. And I'm going to include some range footage for a part 2 video of this. Once we do get it out to the range, I'm going to capture a few videos, and we're going to do some exercises with it, some drills, and just see how accurate it is, and so on and so forth. But kind of wrapping up, I highly recommend choosing a CZ. I think that this gun is the new kingpin of carry, if you ask me. And I've got a Glock right here. Actually, it's a Glock 17. We're gonna pretend that it's a Glock 19, which even though it's not. But again, not trying to hate on Glocks, but this is a Gen 4. I love this gun. I shoot it very regularly. Actually, it's my host in my my Ronin, which is the over mold for to convert this into basically a sub gun. But I guess if this were a 19, it would be obviously shorter, but you can see, just the differences in these guns. I don't know. I personally think that the CZ is going to be the one that everyone's going to be fearing, the one that is going to offer a lot to people who are sick and tired of the everyday Glock, the everyday Smith & Wesson. I really think that this is a game changer right here, and this is what other companies are going to have to start competing with, because this just the feel of it is, I'm telling you, man, I can't express it enough. If you guys have the money to spend, the 500, 550 market, go pick one of these things up. Can't say it enough. Otherwise, the P10Cs are awesome too. Yeah, that's my I guess that's my opinion. I mean, you guys are entitled to spending your money as you like, but this is just a high recommendation. Wanted to do a little bit of a show off here and a little bit of a review. I hope that this may have answered some questions for you and maybe got you thinking about a few things. If it did, go ahead and comment. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. But we'll see you in the next video. As I said, I'm gonna make a part 2. I will kind of tie that into this video here for a full review of the CZ P07. Until then, you guys stay happy, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.